let's look at the example of how this works in the sort of graphically, geometrically. Here's a data set I have. I have two attributes, and the white circles are the data points. And let's say that I randomly instantiate two centroids, the yellow centroid and the red centroid, at those points in space. So the first stage of the algorithm, for every data point, I'm going to figure out which centroid to assign it to, which centroid is it closer to. And in this case, if I'm using Euclidean distance, it's particularly simple, right? I draw a line that bisects the line connecting the two centroids, right? Every point on that line is equal distance from the yellow and the red, by definition. Okay? All the points above and to the right of the line are closer to yellow. All the points below and to the left are closer to red. So what I'm going to do is, all of these points I'm now going to assign to yellow, and all of the points below I'm going to assign to red. So that is my initial assignment of instances or points to clusters. That's only the first iteration. Okay? It's actually the first half of the first iteration. Now the second half of the iteration, now I'm going to look at these centroids, and these centroids, they're poor representations of the points that were assigned to them. So I'm going to move them to be closer to the points that are assigned to them. So I'm going to move the yellow centroid to the point that makes it closer to all the yellow points, and I'm going to move the red to a place that makes it closer to all the red points. And that is just the centroid. So I'm going to compute the centroid of all the yellows, centroid of all the reds, and I'm going to move the points there, right? So it's like the center of mass. That's where the yellow centroid and the red centroid is going to be. That is one iteration of the algorithm. In the next iteration, I have the same exact picture, only now I have two new centroid positions, and the points are pre-colored. I ignore the initial colorings, the colorings from the previous stage, and I recolor all the points based on which centroid they're closer to. So again, that's a line that bisects the space. Everything to the right of the line is closer to yellow, everything to the left of the line is closer to red. So I recolor the point based on that. And these 2 points above end up changing the color, and because they change the color, that is going to move my centroids in space. So the red centroid is going to move up to better represent those 2 points, and the yellow centroid now gets to move down because it's not pulled by those points anymore. Okay? So the centroids are going to move to those locations. Third iteration, I do the same thing. Here's a line that bisects the space. 2 points are going to change the color, that yellow point and that red point. They change the color. The centroids move a little bit as a result of that change, and I get to this point. And at this point, I have converged, because now if I try to recolor the points, I will notice that they are already the correct colors. Okay, so the points that are red are already on the right side of the line, and the points that are yellow are already on the other side of the line. So this means that I can stop. If I keep iterating, nothing's going to change at this point. So you stop the algorithm. Those are